Matthew Hamilton with a little hammer time. No breaks left in the show. You're up, friend. Go for it. Fangio.
All right, let's go. Jaxson Dart. I want to talk about Jaxson Dart today because we're getting this rematch against Philly. His mobility was a game changer in that first one, but what I was really impressed with was his ability to figure out what Vic Fangio was throwing at him play after play. And I'm going to dig into that in a second, but I do want to start with last week, that 4th and 19 play. Let's pull it up. I think we'd be talking about this for, this would be a part of his allure if the Giants had come back and win, but I still want to take a look at it because it's so impressive. The Giants are running this switch. The Broncos have 7 DBs over 3 Giants receivers right now. And this is not a position any quarterback is going to have success with. But Jaxson, you'll see the mobility come into play here that I was talking about, the ability to step up. And he's on the run here, throwing back across his body, getting destroyed by 2 Broncos defenders, and throws this thing on a rope. Again, if the Giants finish the job, this is the play that's going down in Giants history. But still super impressive and just speaks to the ability he has. But as I mentioned before, we'll go into that Eagles tape. Here's a 3rd and 12. It's his ability to decipher what's going on. And Vic Fangio threw a lot of different looks at him. Here, they're inverting. There's a too high look to start. They're inverting to cover 3. So with that too high look, what Jaxson thinks he has initially is going to be that over route to Theo Johnson, the tight end. But he sees that safety come down right away. He's going to hang on to the ball a little bit to try to figure out what's going on. Thinks maybe I could have the over, but no. Jihad Campbell is robbing that over the middle. So now he has to come to his next read, which is Lil Jordan Humphrey on that out and up. The ball placement here, the anticipation, he gets this ball out early and he knows, hey, I got a big bodied receiver. Let me put it inside. Let him box out the defender and go up and get it. That is beautiful. And then here later, Vic Fangio says, okay, he picked me apart in zone a little bit. Let's go man against this depleted Giants receiving core. You're going to see a deep cross from Wan'Dale Robinson here, and he knows it's man right away. Before the cross even happens, that ball's coming out, puts it in a good spot. He could have let him a little bit more, but still an excellent throw, led to another Giants touchdown. And that's the thing. We've heard through the draft process, oh, can Jaxson Dart beat you in the pocket? Can he make plays? Can he understand what's going on with defenses? Yes, he can. We've seen it on tape, and we saw it against one of the best defensive coordinators of all time.
Love that. Wan'Dale Robinson. We love all those things. Mobility game changer in the one that you're showing. It kind of has been every week, of course. So we've got some obviously favorite to win Rookie of the Year odds to show you on our way out. Great job, Hamilton. Sorry you were squished there. He's plus 100. All right, plus 100 ahead of Emeka Egbuka, who's plus 175. Tyler Warren plus 650. And then I'm sure by the end of next week, it'll be that tight end that played last night that Hamilton's obsessed with, right? Eagles, they're going to try to avenge a loss that happened not too long ago, week 5. They know each other very well, of course, and they played recently. This time, this game is in Philly. The Eagles 6.5-point faves. How does it go?
I hate this scheduling that they just played the Giants 2 weeks ago. They haven't even played the Commanders, but all that aside, Eagles are it's obviously a big time revenge game for the Eagles. They were dominated by Jaxson Dart, Cam Scatteraboo 2 weeks ago in New York. Surprised. I think the Eagles have put things together offensively, the passing game. Okay, I'm tired of hearing people tell me that Jalen Hurts can't throw the football. Anybody who says Jalen Hurts is not a passing quarterback needs to just be strapped in his seat and watch last week's game against the Vikings where he lit up that defense. Jalen Hurts can pass the football when he has to. Now, he may not have A.J. Brown this week, and maybe Saquon Barkley finally has a breakout game. I think the Giants, though, are still stuck on that disastrous loss to the Broncos. Yesterday was a Thursday. All their coordinators were available to speak to the media. I went through the transcript. Every single question was about the Broncos game. Nothing was looking ahead. Now, that's the media asking the questions. It's not the coordinators say, hey, ask us about the Broncos. But I wonder if that kind of permeates, like if it sits there, like they're still dwelling on that loss and not looking ahead to what they should be focused on is a tough matchup against a division rival on the road who you beat 2 weeks ago. I think the Eagles win this one and cover 31-22.
Rob, your Philly accent comes out more when you talk about the Eagles.
You take me out of Philly, you put me in Florida, and I still can't get rid of that accent. I can't.
When you're talking about your team, the Giants haven't beaten the Eagles, by the way, in Philly since 2013.